In this video, we set up a sawmill to mill up some pecan logs at Oak Hill Ranch. So let's get started milling some wood. So we hired a couple guys, farm to Market Woodworks, who brought in their sawmill to be able to saw up these pecan logs. So the challenge was to get the logs onto the sawmill. Well, the best thing to do was a tractor with a forklift front. So that's where we started. Thank goodness we have friends that know how to do all that stuff. And a few other young bucks that can throw their weight around and move some of these big old logs. Well, at least they think they can do that. So watch this experienced young buck go over here and think he's going to move that big old stump by himself. There he goes. Look. Oh, he's macho. It's too heavy. You're not going to do that. That weighs 2,000 pounds. So now we're going to get the log lifted up, and they got a couple of tree limb stubs left on the tree. Andre's going to trim those off so we can get the log onto the mill so it'll make a nice clean cut and not stick out enough to block the sawmill. There's one more stub on the other side to trim off. So sawmill quickly can be put to use to be able to cut that off and start the milling. So here's Tom cranking out a couple of the first top layers slabs, a couple of extra stub pieces that are just cut off, and then we crank it up and get down till we get a whole flat section of the log to where we get a nice slab.
Farm to Market Woodworks is a specialty custom woodworking shop.
Where are you located?
We are located in the little bitty town of Ledbetter, Texas, right off of 290, about right in the middle between Austin and Houston. And we build unique furniture. Unique in the sense that it's very, very custom. Anything that you could imagine wanting to have in your house that perhaps you can't get all the details and specifics when you go out and you buy a table or a bookcase or something like that from somebody else, from a from a furniture store. Maybe perhaps there's something missing that you're looking for. We'll build it for you.
This piece just has amazing spalting in it. Look at all that color and figure, and that's going to make a nice piece of work. Now we have the first full-length cut 8/4 piece of lumber from this log, and we're going to offload it, put it over on the side, put a couple of big logs to keep it off the ground so we can have the forklift come up later and move it and put it into that barn. So with that, let's move on to cutting some more wood. What sort of woods do you normally like to build with? What sort of woods do you find people like to make stuff out of?
You know, it varies greatly. We get a lot of requests to build things in white oak. We get quite a few customers that like walnut, and personally speaking, walnut is just a phenomenal wood to work with. I enjoy working with that. So it goes from soft woods to hardwoods to very hard woods, just a variety of different types of woods. And again, it comes to building something that can meet the decor.
Now we're cutting some nice wide planks. Some of these are up to 24 inches in width. We're cutting some 8/4 and some 6/4 lumber. Let me show you the grain and texture on some of this. This is just fabulous. Look at the colors. Look at the figure. Oh man, this is going to make some nice furniture. Can't wait to get started on that. Here's Tom and Andre offloading another slab of lumber, stacking it on here. So we're not stickering this because we're going to be putting it into the barn a little bit later. We'll sticker it when we load it up for its final resting place to dry out. Look at that color and grain. Wow, fabulous.
We're sawing up some pecan wood, and it's been dead for a while, so we got a little spalting in it. So, Andres, tell me what we're doing here on the bandsaw.
Okay, we started with a round, solid trunk. We squared up two sides, and now we're in a spot where we want to try to maximize the material as much as we can. Okay?
Now, when we got the lumber cut down to this final size, I decided I'd measure it and realized that this piece would be about 10 feet long. And my daughter and son-in-law wanted a behind the couch table, a little bar table, and I decided this piece, 12 inches wide, 10 feet long, and about 5 inches thick would be perfect for that situation. So that piece stayed as it was.
Trying to go ahead and get all this outer bark and turn it into a squarish cant, is what they call it. And then from there we'll be able to mill up directional lumber that'll be finished, rough finished on 4 sides. Okay? So we got this over here is about 24 inches tall, and we're going to cut this down here where you're going to get maybe 8 to 10 inches here. We'll be able to square it or rectangle or something like that. We're just
We'll square that up. So what we'll do is we'll take a little bit more off of the top here, and then we'll rotate it another 90 degrees, and then we'll square off this top right here. So
keep cutting.
we'll keep cutting until we get 4 beautiful clean sides, and then we'll be able to go ahead and mill the finished product down.
All right.
Yeah.
So we started cutting the top pieces again. We get 5/4 lumber. We cut 2 or 3 pieces off the log, and then it's flipped over so we can start squaring off on the other side. So we cut a couple pieces that have some wane and some bark on it, and then we get it milled, and then we'll turn it one more time after we get here to where we have a nice rectangle piece to be able to work with.
Okay, so what we've done to this point, we've got 4 straight sides. So we're at a stage right now where we're going to cut the rest of this trunk down to 5/4 pieces. And with it being 4 straight sides, we're going to cut all the top pieces so that we're going to end up with about 10.5 inches, 5/4, 10.5 inches wide. We'll be able to cut that all the way down to the bottom, which leaves you a pretty good inventory of pecan at 10.5 inches.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to cut the rest of it just like this, or do you want to turn it?
So how do people find you?
You can find us on Instagram, on F2M Furniture. You can find us on Facebook, Farm to Market Woodworks. You can find us also on our website, farmtomarketwoodworks.com.
So here's Tom cutting the final pieces. So we have some that are about 10 inches wide. We cut those down. We get a few of those, and we get one more turn in the lumber, and we're going to start cutting 8 inches, and that'll be the smallest width boards we have. They're a lot more usable and easier, I'd say, woodworker friendly to be able to use in that size. So now we get to where we paint our anchor seal on the end to prevent the checking. It's kind of a wax coating that you just slavish on to make sure we preserve the wood as best we can. So if you liked our wood milling adventure, be sure and give us the thumbs up. Want to see more of our videos? Consider subscribing down below. And as usual, come back and see us real soon.